What's a football conversation with your head coach like, George Kittle?
He's like a computer, and then we need someone to translate what he says for us.
What do you mean?
He talks really fast. There's a bunch of lines all over the papers and stuff like that. I mean, it all makes sense, but he talks really fast sometimes. But it's really like you're learning from someone, and it's just fun because since it's his offense, like learning from him about what he wants you to do on specific plays and stuff like that. It's just really fun to interact with someone like that, and you can obviously tell he loves the game because he's been doing it.
Can you give me an example of the moment, like an aha moment that because you've been playing football for a long time, you've been around some great minds, where there's one moment where you're like, wow, I never saw it that way or anything like that?
Well, I mean, like I've had multiple with Coach Shanahan, but definitely one that sticks out the most was last year when we played the Broncos. I had an 85-yard touchdown, and on Wednesday when we installed it, he goes, hey, as long as you don't trip and fall, you're going to score an 80-yard touchdown here.
Come
I was like,
on.
seriously? And he goes, yeah, you're literally going to score a touchdown, just don't trip. And I was like, all right, sick. And then I scored, and I was like, all right, well, that was pretty cool.
But while you're running, did you think don't trip?
Oh, I saw him on the sideline. I was like, oh, goodness, I got to make it to the end zone at this point. I couldn't let him have that one on me.
Of course not. I'm like, oh, God. But mid-run, are you thinking he told me I'm going to have an 80-yard touchdown and I'm actually doing it? I mean, do you have...
more in the release as because it was a play action, I inserted through the line of scrimmage. The backers all stepped up, and I crossed behind them. And literally, as soon as I crossed behind him and a safety went the other direction, the opposite of where I was going, I was like, oh, wow, I'm wide open. I might actually score right here. So, yeah, I thought of it right away. It was pretty funny.
Because we haven't spoken since you did this, George Kittle of the 49ers on the Rich Eisen Show. Play of the year. I think it's play of the year, not just because of how physical it was, but it was the significance of it and the fact that, again, that you wind up as a 1 seed and the Saints don't even get a bye week, and what that could possibly mean for your chances and theirs to make it to the Super Bowl. Your run on 4th down to not only keep the drive alive for you guys, but set up Robbie Gould because of how violent it was. Your catch and run after the catch was amazing. That set things up. What was it like? Were you thinking in the middle of your run? What goes through your mind as you're doing that, George?
I mean, the whole play. It's tagged for me to get the ball, so I just had to make a choice, break in or out. All I was saying, just do what I can, make the play, because it's a play that we've ran, since OTAs. I ran it for 3 years, and so it's like, hey, you've done it 100 times, just do it again. And then the whole run-in with after the catch. I think I've said a couple of times. My tight end coach always tells me make people tackle. You don't have to let people tackle you. And so that's what I think about. I'm gonna do my best job to not let them tackle me, and that's just kind of how it goes. And then I get a face mask about halfway through that, and I knew that was an extra 15, so I just tried to go as far as I could without my helmet coming off.
And how does it feel to be the recipient of an angry run like that? What is that like?
Yeah, it's always fun to get one of those on tape. It definitely feels good. I'll tell you that much.
And what's it like in the meeting room when you're running through it?
It's fun.
My
tight end coach, Coach Embry, he loves the physicality
Sure.
the tight ends can bring, and so he enjoys those when the DBs don't make the tackles right away.
Removing yourself, who's the best tight end in the league, George?
Oh, I think there's great tight ends all over the league that do a lot of different stuff. I think right now the guy to chase is Travis Kelce because he's been doing it 4 years in a row at 1,000 yards. No one's done it before. That's incredible. Or he tied the record, whatever it was. But he's an incredible tight end that does it, every single year. And Ertz has been incredible. You got tight ends all over the league that are playing really, really good football, and I'm just proud to be a part of that.
For more of the Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live, or download the Rich Eisen Show app.